pouring in. Excited for day 2 of the Wealth Wave. My name's Daniel Bissica, and this is my beautiful wife, Danny K. Bissica. And after day 1, incredible amount of people that are still pouring in today. So excited. Biggest welcome. Please drop into the comments where you're tuning in from. If you were here on day 1, put a number 1 in the comments, please. And we are so pumped to be able to share this evening. We've got some incredible speakers coming on to be able to share the way we've been able to create some incredible wealth, some freedom, some impact, some health within our lives and others all around the globe. We've got an international global team tuning in tonight, and we are so excited and fired up to be able to share this information and actually how we've been able to create some incredible financial freedom, time freedom, and location freedom as well. It's been a big one for us.
Absolutely, guys. So let's drop in the comments box where you're from. So Brisbane, Mallorca, Spain, beautiful. Biggest welcome, Croatia and Denmark, amazing. Sydney, South Brizzy.
Hey, Mark, how you going, brother?
So good. Sunny Coast, Torquay, New Zealand. Wow, Copenhagen, amazing. We've got Europeans dialing in today, their time. So excited, guys. Like, wow, biggest welcome. We are so pumped for day 2 of the Wealth Wave Masterclass. We are so pumped to see you all today. And we're so excited to share what we have today. We're going to be diving into a lot of details today around this incredible vehicle we have here and how this is a real solution to so many people's issues and problems they've got currently going on in their lives, and if not, how it's just an amazing vehicle to create true freedom in your life.
So guys, put away any distractions. Please pay attention for the next 45 to 60 minutes as we go into incredible information that Daniel and I have seen for nearly 6 years now. Yeah. We saw this information 6 years ago, absolutely transformed our lives, our health, and our freedom in a massive, massive way. And we cannot wait to share this with you guys tonight. So put away any distractions, and we're going to dive straight in.
Alrighty. Well, our very first speaker tonight, I'll get you to throw your screen up when you get a chance, amazing woman. So just introducing this incredible friend of ours. Jess is a beautiful mother of 2 gorgeous girls. She's had 22 years in the health and wellness space as a personal trainer, nutritionist, and business owner. And she was working massive hours. I'm talking like 60 classes a week kind of thing. Like, she was burnt out, you know, over just getting by kind of thing. And her husband was away for 6 months of the year as a forest fighter, and they both knew they wanted a way forward that brought them together as a family. And it's now been 4 years, and they have done just that thanks to this incredible business model. So I'd love to pass it over to you, the incredible Jess Tunney. Thank you so much, Jess.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. And it's just such an amazing opportunity to share what we have our hands on here and the difference that it's made for us in my family and the potential for what it can do for everybody listening. So let's dive in for tonight's session. So firstly, I just want to make a quick disclaimer here that what we're sharing tonight is personal testimonies and personal stories around what's possible. This direct sales business model has made more millionaires than any other direct sales business model in the whole industry. And we just want you to take what we're sharing with you tonight and really just feel what this could mean for you moving forward and make your own decisions around what's possible for your life and the potential that's in this space. So let's dive in with an exercise I actually did back in 2021. So when I found this business model, as Danielle shared, I was completely burnt out. I had started our own business. I'd worked my way up through management in recreation industries. I loved the variety. I loved health. I loved working with people. And I'd taken all of that into creating our own health and wellness studio. And I'm sure as many of you can relate, when you go from working for other people to working for yourself, sometimes you feel like you're going from a 9 to 5 to a 5 to 9, and you're on all the time. And this exercise actually came into my life back in 2021, and it was a really good way to step back, to zoom out, and to have a really good reflection on where I was at in my life, where I was at in my career. And we're going to go through this as well. And it allowed me to see clearly where I got to step in and make changes and sort of lead my life in a different direction. So I would love for you just to have a moment, just to close your eyes down, just ground yourself into this space here, feel your feet on the floor, feel your butt on the seat, and just become really present with yourself. And we're just going to go through this list. So take a deep breath in, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And I want you to think about rating yourself on a scale of 1 being completely unsure, a little bit lost, a little bit confused about where you are, 5 being a bit meh in life, and 10 being like a rock solid in your direction when it comes to your health. So drop a comment in the chat. I can't see the chat, but I know the other team can. So drop a comment in the chat where you sit in regards to your health. And this is just taking that first number that comes through for you and trusting that this is being shown to you so you know where those areas in your life are that you get to lean into, and you get to explore what else is possible and how you can amplify that. So let's move now to wealth. How does it feel for you to really acknowledge where you are in your wealth and your finances right now? Are you completely like lit up, money coming in daily, you feel excited about checking your bank balance, or are you finding yourself checking the account before you actually go to the shops? Like, let's get really honest here with where we're feeling about this. And now sit down with the feeling of time. How do you feel with time in your life? Is it spacious? Do you have space to breathe? Do you have space to slow down, to look after yourself, do a whole lot of self-care? Or are you like I was back in 2020, 2021, and living your life by appointment, constantly having to figure out where you are and what's next in your schedule? And let's go to family. Drop the first number that comes in with how you would rate your relationship with your family, your satisfaction with how you're interacting with your family right now. Just keep those numbers coming and just trust what first comes up for you. You don't need to overthink this, but it's just a good exercise to just acknowledge where you're at. And this is a big one for a lot of people: community. We all know that humans thrive in community, but in today's busy world where we kind of drive into our garage, we put the roller door and we go into our house, we live in our house, we don't necessarily feel like we have community around us the way that we are optimally designed to do so. So drop in there where you are from a 1 to a 10 around community. And contribution, this is a really big one for me. And I personally feel like when we're in a position to be able to overflow in all of these other areas, our ability then to contribute to the lives of others is massively amplified. And so it's our job, it's our responsibility to become as abundant and as free and as available as we can be so that we can contribute where we're needed. And this is a really powerful motivator for a lot of people. So how does that feel in your world right now? And finally, the one we're going to rate on tonight is celebration. Are you actively celebrating where you are in your life and the things that you've overcome? Doesn't matter how big or small. Or have you been known to kind of hit a big milestone and then just move it to the side and continue pushing forward to the next thing? Because we are massive in celebration in our community, and we believe that even just being here on this call tonight is a really powerful reason to celebrate where you are. So just taking those into consideration and just knowing that with yourself, have a think for a moment. And then once you've got a couple of thoughts dropped into you, where do you want to be in 12 months' time? Because when I sat with this question, the idea of being financially living week to week, constantly putting my work above my time with my family and my kids, living 6-month blocks with my husband was not how I wanted to be living my life in 12 months' time. And sometimes we really have to feel the discomfort of this change and how it feels a bit icky in the body. We have to let that feeling really sink in, because that's the motivator. That's the why you're here. And that's where you get to bring that energy into how you're not going to tolerate this anymore. And you've got an open mind to what's possible in how you can create some change. So I want to drop in here quickly: leveraged income versus linear income. Now, most of us are incredibly comfortable and familiar with linear income. And this is essentially the model where we trade our time for money. We show up, we earn money, we get paid for that money, and we can kind of plan on that being there regularly and somewhat consistently. But we all know this is changing in the current world, and we've got AI coming through, and jobs that we once felt were secure and no longer really, can be trusted to be there for us long term. And this is where I was in my business. So I kind of knew I had a membership base, I had regular income coming through, I had consistent high 4-figure months, low 5-figure months coming through in my business. But unless I physically had my hands on someone, personal training them, taking nutrition consults, marketing my business, physically working in my business, if I didn't do that, I didn't make an income. And so I knew, coming from a business perspective, that while I had a really good business and I had a really amazing clientele, I had no leverage. And I wasn't in a position to be able to ever step back and put other people in place, because that's, there's a whole other thing around what business costs you to run, right? And so while I had an amazing business, the cost of having this without leverage was my health. And this was really challenging for me, because health is my greatest value. And health is, I built a 22-year career off of health and well-being. But my work and my hustle, my constant need to show up for my job, was actually costing me my health. And so I knew I needed to step into this space of creating leveraged income, where the work I was putting time and energy into now could continue to pay me for the years to come. And that's what we're really going to share with you tonight. So drop a 1 in the comments right now if you are creating leveraged income, or drop a 2 in the comments if you're in the trading time for money, that you put time and energy in and you get paid for that. So drop that in there, and let's just touch on this quote. I think everybody knows this quote. It's a super powerful quote, but if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. And we're becoming more and more and more aware of this quote as we get more information and as we grow as people and understand we're not made to work till we're 65 at the same job, showing up with the same energy. We get to have flexibility, we get to have spaciousness, and we get to have leverage. So what is the leveraged income model? And this is what we're here for tonight, right? This is what we're here to learn, and this is how we're going to change things so that we can create a different future to the one that we've been living. So a leveraged income model is one when we partner with an established company. So this is an amazing opportunity, because it means we don't have to go out there and test the market, see what works, see what doesn't. We can plug into something that already works, that's already popular and already selling. So it's a really smart way to do business. We get to leverage their product. So we don't have to create something. We don't have to come up with the idea. We get to tap into what's working. We get to use systems to help us to have more time offline, because no one here is creating an online income and wanting to live their life online. We want to have things in place that allow us to plug in, to systemize our strategies so that we can show up for our business, and then we can go and live our life and be present with our family. And then we get paid for creating a difference in people's lives. So let's dive into the company that we have chosen to partner with, and this company is Enagic. Now, Enagic is a 50-year-old company. They've just celebrated their 50th year anniversary, and they actually have a 500-year business plan. The heart behind this company is true health, true emotional well-being, and creating a physical, long-lasting change and financial freedom in the lives of individuals and families around the world. The products that they use are world-class, and they have a generational wealth plan, which we're going to dive into a little bit later, that will allow you to create financial wealth that you can pass on to your children, and moving forward, for them to know, for you to know that they've got things to look after when you're no longer here. So Enagic as a company is the leading company in the health and wellness ionization space. Now, I am super passionate about this. When I first saw this company, it ticked all of my boxes. So my background in nutrition and as a health coach, one of the key pieces that was missing was hydration. And it blew my mind to know that in 6 years of medical training, doctors only spend 20 hours on hydration. And even in 4 years as training as in a nutritional medicine capacity, we never went any further than filtered water. And I truly believe we should have hydration experts in the hospital. If we truly want to help people get well, then we want to really look at where we can tap into hydrating people, because that is a key fundamental piece for our health. So Enagic is have a water ionizer that converts your tap water into hydrogen-rich ionized water. Now, this is a really potent antioxidant capacity in your body that supports health and wellness. They help you create a low-tox sanctuary in your home. They help you eliminate plastic waste. They have a big vision in sustainability. And the culture around all of this is family, community, and connection. So it's a $1 billion industry, and it is growing by 15-20% annually as more and more people get to know what is really powerful for their health and start taking responsibility for their own health and well-being. So these are the 4 products here that we recommend in the Enagic range. So the first product there I'm going to spend most of my time talking about with you, and then I'm going to touch on the other 3. So the K8 water ionizer is the flagship model. So there are over 1,000 peer-reviewed medical studies on drinking hydrogen-rich water as a way to amplify and help our health to thrive. So this was really powerful for me because I had some health things that I was managing, and when I tried to drink a lot of water, I really struggled to actually consume water without feeling sick. And that's because when we consume other waters, it gets into the extracellular fluid around our cells and it signals that we're hydrated, but we're not actually hydrating in on a cellular level. So our kidneys think that we've got water, our fluid sacs around our cells are full of water, and then so we have to keep running to the toilet, right? Hands up if you've tried to increase your water consumption and you just end up needing to go to the toilet all the time. So this is where we get to actually get water that enters the cell. And when the water enters the cell, we get an amazing benefit of actually flushing out the toxic load that our body has accumulated over time. Now, even if we're super healthy and super conscious, we all at some point will have toxic load in our cells, and other waters don't flush them out. So when we allow ourselves to shift into drinking hydrogen-rich water, our cells become hydrated. We're cleansing and detoxing on the deepest level possible. We're slowing down aging. We're slowing down dysfunction and disease in the body. We're hydrating our brain, and everything else that we're doing for our health, so supplements, diet, all of the other things, now gets amplified because we are over 70% water. So when we take into account the hydration part of our well-being, we are then amplifying all the other time and energy and effort we're putting into our health, and everything starts to function in a more efficient, more profound way for our health and well-being. It also increases our nutrient uptake of supplements and food that we're having, and it's just a really powerful thing that the whole family gets to benefit from. And it's a super simple thing to just install on your kitchen tap, and it just converts the water for you and at the push of a button. And this machine also replaces cleaners in your home. It replaces laundry liquid. We haven't bought cleaners for nearly 4 years now. And so there's a plastic, we get to reduce plastic waste in our house. We get to reduce the need for plastic water. We're not consuming plastics anymore. So the benefits of this machine are absolutely incredible. The other products there we have is the Enespa, and the Enespa is a mineral shower that you get to filter out the chlorine and the contaminants in the shower that you get to bathe in, and it runs the water over Japanese hot rocks, which remineralizes the water, and it reduces the pH of the water to around 6, which is the same pH we need for our hair and our skin. So this is really powerful for eczema, psoriasis, things like that as well. But one of the things I love about this is the negative charged ions in both the K8 and the Anespa have the same effect on our nervous system as grounding on the earth. So when we're consuming and showering in these products, we're actually calming our central nervous system, and we're allowing our body to come to a place of, balance and harmony within itself. So it's really, really powerful. The third product there is the M-Guard. And the M-Guard is an electromagnetic frequency harmonizer. So what this does, and it goes around, can move around the house with you, is it suppresses the electromagnetic frequencies around your house. You can see that it works up to 1 gigahertz, and it basically allows you to have more of a sanctuary in your home where you're not being bombarded with all the various frequencies that are going around us. And we have to be really proactive with our health now. The third product there is called Ukon, and Ukon is our turmeric supplement, which is farmed and manufactured with the Kangen water. It is a top range Ukon supplement that we reduces inflammation. Everyone knows what turmeric does. It's super, super powerful for inflammation, antibacterial, antifungal, anti-inflammatory for our body. So when they produce the Ukon off the farm, they use the 2.5 water to sanitize it. They have the 9.5 water, so it increases the absorption that we get to have when we consume these products. So I personally believe that when 20, 30 years ago, we could generally live a healthy life and be healthy people. But I think now, with everything that we're bombarded with in today's world and convenience, we really have to choose health, and we really get to step up and invest in our health. And all 4 of these products have been absolutely incredible for my family's health, for my well-being, and so many people in our community have just, you become a raving fan for every single one of these products. So there's always more to share in this space, but I would love to hand it back now to Dan and Dan, and they are going to dive into the smartest way that you can, enjoy using these products. So thank you.
Amazing. Biggest thank you, Jess. That was so good. Such a powerful share. Thank you so much. Excited, guys? Drop a 1 in the comments box if you are excited by what you just heard from Jess. Yeah, when we first came across this, we were like blown away. And to be totally honest, me coming from a personal training background, I was like, okay, really encouraging to get some clean water into my body kind of thing. And I watched some videos and bits and pieces, and I thought, okay, regardless if I do the business or not, I'm so getting one of these machines for my own health. But then I looked into the business side. I'm like, wow, this is absolutely incredible. And I know so many people that want to improve their health and wellness by simply sharing what we have here can really change the game for not only myself, for our family, but for so many other people as well. So this is when we really dove into the earning potential here and the 8-point compensation plan structure.
Yeah, so with me, when I started to drink Kangen water, from my very first glass, I could feel it. It was an incredible feeling to actually be hydrated for probably, I think, the very first time in my life. I worked in the Queensland sun as a landscape gardener for over 15 years. And from that very first glass, I became a Kangen water snob. I absolutely rave about the benefits that it's giving me, the hydration that I feel, the way that I can take on nutrition through my food now, and just the well-being that I have now in my life. I feel so active. I'm just about to turn 54 years old, and I feel 24 years old. And so I can only put it down to these incredible products that we have partnered with over the last 6 years. And so now diving into the business side, and we're going to share some figures on how you guys can get started, some of the commissions that you're able to earn by recommending these products to other people, and then also by building a team and a network of other distributors around the world, how you can have a percentage of some of the sales globally as well. So Daniel and I got started 6 years ago, and it's been an incredible journey for us to now have an international team that is absolutely thriving, just because how credible this company is, and also how incredible these products are for every individual other than, you know, some of the top sporting people now have these products in home. Novak Djokovic has just bought 24 of these machines for his family and his friends. Guys like Kelly Slater, one of my heroes in the surfing world, drinks Kangen water. And so we're seeing more and more people getting educated on how incredible these products are. And we have the opportunity to be able to share these products with our family and friends, and to be able to create a business and income online that can actually grow and add to your wealth portfolio that Danny and I have been able to fully set ourselves free and have an incredible life and lifestyle as well. So when you very first get started here, there's different ways to get started. If you want to come on board with just a single K8 machine, you can do. You can actually get started with any single product that you want. We understand the business model and also the compensation plan, and we want to maximize that. We want you guys to be able to earn the maximum amount of commissions when you guys come in and get started as well. So we strongly suggest getting started with a trifecta, a quad, or the suite packages. And you can see some of the pricing there on what it costs to get started. And so when I saw the amount of income that was potentially, you know, available for us, I really crunched the numbers. So with my traditional landscape and design business, what it cost me nearly $100,000 to get started with, you know, trailers and trucks and machinery and all that kind of good stuff. And so for Danny and I to get started here with a quad, it was around about $20,000, and we got our return on investment in only 3 months. So now we're in profit. We actually, you know, grew that business to 6A within 10 months. We'd made 150,000 in commissions, and we've been able to grow our business. You know, we've hit 6A 4 times over, and then, you know, from there we've been able to help our team duplicate as well. So when we really understood the numbers to be able to get started here in business, we knew that these numbers made sense. You know, Danny and I were also part of, you know, a low ticket network marketing company where we needed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of sales every single week and month to be able to earn, you know, a few $1,000s. But here being a high ticket offer, you know, you may only need 1 or 2 sales a month to be able to earn, you know, a $10,000 month, 20,000 and there and there.
Yeah, Jess, if you could just go back to the screen before, that would be amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll just go over the commissions coming back. So this is with the fast track strategies. This is 5 products coming on board. This is absolutely a phenomenal way to get started. And immediately you went $50 Australian in commissions. This is all in AUD, by the way. If you then brought on, say, 5 quad sales, which is the 4 products, that would be close to $18,000 in commission straight back. And then when you go on to make 6 quad sales, it's $47,000. So like Dan said, you basically make your return on investment so, you know, so achievable here, and another 10 sales to earn $100,000 in commissions in total, which is 21 quad sales. So if you break it down like that with the numbers, it's truly phenomenal.
Yeah, and then also if you're looking at these numbers and think, you know, how can I get started with, you know, a $20,000 investment? You're getting started in business, you know, a global international business that, you know, the earning potential is uncapped. And so we actually leverage other people's money, OPM. And so we get people financed to be able to get started, and then they are able to earn a commission straight back into their pocket that can cover them for the first few months' repayments while they make their first few sales. And then from there, we help them get their return on investment within 5 sales. Now they've got their money paid back. They can pay their loan out within a few months, or if they want to, you know, stretch it out to 12 months. And then they can, you know, obviously scale to, you know, 100,000 and there and there.
Thank you. So into the next slide. Thank you so much, Jess. So this is all around creating your own offer here. So you can compare to creating your own offer or affiliating with an offer as such. So creating your own offer, you've got to do all the work, guys. There's so much work involved, like literally everything from the ground floor up. Whereas here, this is a low investment here compared to, like Dan shared, compared to a traditional business. It's quite cheap. Quite reasonable when you look like that, like 20 grand. It's like, wow, that's actually quite affordable. And you can make your return on investment so much quicker than having a traditional business model. I, for myself, when I had my personal training business, I didn't make my return on investment for years. And that was just all my equipment, website, merchandise, bits and pieces. Whereas compared to this, like Dan shared before, it was much, much quicker. So here, by affiliating, you have access to all the tools and resources so you can focus on building your business and having fun while you do it too. You know, creating an incredible business gets to be fun and enjoyable. It doesn't have to be working massive long hours, feeling stressed out, having your, adrenal fatigues in overdrive. You know, you get to enjoy the process. You get to partner with a product that people already need, want, and love. You know, water is never going to go out of fashion, guys. Everyone's going to always drink water. It's never going to be not be something that people won't need. It's a necessity to our lives. And the quality of water isn't getting any better. It's not going to improve. It's not going to get any better, unfortunately. And so that's why we really do need to drink the best quality water. And this is more than just a filter. It's a water ionizer, and there's many different uses. There's over 70 different uses that these machines do. So we can share videos that explain more around the uses later on afterwards as well. And like Dad shared, there's profit just after a few sales due to a proven strategy that already works and converts and has the ability to earn an uncapped income. And you get to collaborate with incredible like-minded individuals like that.
Exactly. So I actually had a friend that was opening a coffee shop in Brisbane, and it cost him over $100,000 to get set up with all of his, chairs and tables and, coffee machines and leases and all that kind of good stuff. And, he's only just struggling now to make ends meet. So he decided to actually partner with us, with Enagic and Kangen Water, and actually put a water ionizer in his cafe. And from that water ionizer, he's actually making more return on investment with the sales that are coming through from his Enagic business than what he is making through his $100,000 coffee shop business. So it's incredible return on investment here.
So drop a 1 in the comments box if you have your own traditional business. I'd love to see if anyone, or 2 if you're self-employed. That's 2 if you work for an employer kind of thing. I'd love to see the numbers here. 1, cool. 1, 1, 2. We've got a bit of a mixed bag. Yes, amazing. 1.5. I love it. Perfect. And it's like, even look at McDonald's franchise. That's like $1 million.
Million at the minimum. So $1 million to $3 million for McDonald's. Even a coffee shop's cheap. 100,000. Some of my really good friends, some of their businesses cost millions of dollars to get started.
So when you look at it that way, it's like, wow, this is actually really quite affordable. So yeah, we'll dive into the next slide. Thank you so much, Jess. So looking at traditional MLM, and that's multi-level marketing. Now, we came from a low-ticket network marketing company where, in low ticket, to those that don't understand, was we were being paid commissions that ranged $20 to $50. So we had to do a lot of coffee shop meetings, a lot of presentations, a lot of late night events, a lot of explaining, training, and it wasn't duplicating. We were feeling burnt out, and ethically I was like, how can we share this when we're feeling stretched and burnt out and we're expecting our team to do this too? I was like, I just cannot keep doing this. And if you didn't hit your quota for that month, you'd lose your rank kind of thing. You had to keep doing, numbers every single month. So you got that stress, you got the end of the month hustle. To this, where there's no quotas, you never ever lose your rank, which is phenomenal. Like once you hit a rank, you never go backwards. It's impossible, which is amazing. The commissions range from $400 to almost $7,000 a sale. Like that's a massive game changer right there, guys. The same amount of work, but way more commissions. It's one-time investment. There's no, auto ships. There's no things like that. So it's a one-off investment. High ticket, and we have a generational wealth building model as well, which is phenomenal, to repay those who've worked and put the years and the time and the effort in to have a generational wealth legacy plan to pass on to their children. And it's one thing, it's also willable for your children. So we're building currently 4 positions, and it's amazing too because you can build multiple positions here as well. And that's so powerful, whereas other companies don't allow that. You can only build 1 position. So here we're building a position for each of our children, which is so beautiful.
And so powerful. And as you can see, the commissions there from $400 to nearly $7,000. And that's why I said before, you only make 1 or 2 sales a month, and then plus you've got some team sales coming in. So it's very, very simple to have, an extra $10,000. What would an extra $10,000, do towards, your family, coming in every single week, every single month? Imagine an extra $10,000 into your family, every month. What would that do for you guys?
Yeah, just takes the pressure off, that's for sure.
Sure does.
We'll jump into the next slide. Thank you, Jess. So yeah, freedom, no pressure. So this is a little snippet of some of the numbers, and we don't want to bombard you with too much too soon, because it takes a little bit to get your head around these beautiful numbers here and this beautiful money and this generous company. However, and we can share more videos with you after this call, but just for a single K8 sale, for example, that's their water ionized machine, it starts at $400 just for one sale. And then if you purchase a couple of machines to yourself, you're instantly 2A. So you're in the 2A lane. So you earn double commission straight away. And then once you make a few sales and your team makes sales, then straight away you're in the 3A lane, which is triple commissions, 4A, quadruple, and so on. And we have a strategy to maximize the compensation plan. So you actually get all of the 8 points, which we won't dive into today, but it's phenomenal when you can capitalize on the full 8 points. And that's when you're making incredible months.
So when I really saw the quad strategy, the trifecta quad and sweep strategy, I actually did the numbers on this and I thought, far out, this is the way that you can create not just a weekly wage and income, you can create wealth within your family. You can be the one within your family's family tree that changes. Can you be the very first millionaire in your family? And so when I did these numbers and looked at how many sales would it take to be able to create total financial freedom for us, so we actually got started with a trifecta. We upgraded to the quad package, and now we actually have an extra loan machine that we loan out to people, just to get it in their home so they actually can feel the benefit of the water. So when you really look at these quad numbers and the commissions here, it can absolutely change the game for you and your family.
And there's, like we mentioned before, there's many strategies on how to capitalize the 8 points and to really start making triple commission straight off the bat. So this is what happened with one of our newest, team members. He's only 27 years of age, and he fast tracked straight away, straight into the 3A lane, earning triple commission. So straight away, he was earning, 2,000 plus for his commissions, which is phenomenal to get into a business and start earning that kind of money straight away in your very first week. So the money here is amazing, like we mentioned before. Here's a couple of numbers here too for you to check out. But yeah, we can definitely send more videos that explain this in detail and how this all works.
Yeah, exactly. So don't kind of get confused with the numbers here and the commissions. We can kind of explain that down the track. But just think of it as, when you get started in the business, you're just a 1A agent. And then as you do, your second and third sale, you can go into your 2A agent lane and commit more team, make more sales. You put in some more sales, you can move into the 3A agent lane, and then all the way up to 6A, where you can maximize the compensation plan and then use the fast track strategy as well.
Yeah. And it keeps getting bigger and bigger. It doesn't just stop at 6A, which is super exciting. And as I mentioned before, we have multiple positions. So we've got 4 positions now that have all hit the rank of 6A. We have 2 positions now that have hit the rank of 6A2, and we have 1 position now that has hit 6A2-2. Pretty sure those numbers are correct.
Yeah, exactly. And so what's really cool about this, as you're kind of having, some team sales and you're starting to rank up from 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A up to 6A, this is the part that actually got me really excited. There's actually a rank here called 6A2-3 where you earn a $5,000 monthly lifetime commission and also a $25,000 bonus. So Daniel and I are now 6A2-2 in the business. We've got some, you'll hear tonight, you heard from Jess before, she's a 6A in the business.
Very close to 6A2.
Very close to 6A2.
Yep.
Alana is a 6A2 in the business. You're going to hear from her tonight. But we've also got some incredible friends like Rebecca and Christy. They're 6A2-4s, and Clint's a 6A2-5, and our good friend Balaj is a 6A2-6. And we met Romy at one of our events, and he's a 6A2-7. And so you can see some of the incredible numbers that can be earned here. So when we're talking about wealth, there is a pathway to wealth, and all you've got to do is make the decision to get started, and we'll show you how to fast track your results.
And super important to note, guys, this is all in USD, this slide, and this is just bonus. And this is on top of your other commissions and on top of your other monthly bonuses and quarterly bonuses. So this isn't just You know, the 5,000 monthly for life, that's the minimum, the bare minimum. It could be way, way more than that. And it usually is, but this is just a baseline kind of thing. So
it's a bonus on top of your commissions.
Yeah, there's a lot of money here. So it's very, very exciting. And that's why we say it's an uncapped income. So what kind of jobs out there offer an uncapped income? You know,
what kind of jobs would give you a $25,000 bonus?
And that's why, like, a traditional business model, like the CEO, the founders, the shareholders, they're all at the top. So that's more of a pyramid shape as such. And then the employees get the money. Whereas with Enagic, they actually make the least amount of money. They are so generous with how they pay out the 8-point structured system. They are so generous with their monthly and quarterly bonuses that they give when you rank up through the ranks. It is truly phenomenal how generous this company is.
That was a big one for me. So when I very first got started here, I didn't want to be involved in a pyramid. I didn't want to be involved in anything that, you know, I couldn't out earn the person that introduced me to the business. So I look at reward for effort. So if Danny and I are going to build the business and we're going to put in more effort than our sponsor, we should be able to earn more income. And that's exactly what this compensation plan does. And that's what makes it so fair, is Danny and I have now been able to out earn our sponsor. We've been able to outrank them. And you can do that yourself. If you get started, there's no reason why you guys can't outrank us, out earn us, and we'll show exactly how to do that.
It makes it so, so fair. So now we will pass you over to the beautiful Alana G. Alana is a gorgeous single mama who was really chasing the time freedom to be a present mum. And that's why she really can speak so powerfully into the power of automation and attraction marketing. And she's going to cover how she successfully attracted a tribe that aligns with her soul's purpose and the positive impact that she's made within her community also. So over to you, Alana.
Hello, hello. All right, beautiful humans. I am actually tuning in on a trip at the moment. So I'm in my caravan. I've packed up with my daughter and we are traveling out to Uluru. I'm hoping that the internet is working perfectly fine and you've got me live here en route. But yeah, this business for me, you know, started actually. My investment into Enagic started when I was pregnant with my daughter. That was when I was very much into my health and wellness as well. I came from a personal training background. And for me, it was a no-brainer to invest in something that was going to clean up my water because I was about to have a baby. It was a non-negotiable. I didn't even really need to look too hard into the science. It made incredible sense to me straight from my friend's mouth. I was like, that makes fucking sense. Sorry about the language, but that makes sense. And I'm making sure that I have the best of the best because that's just the kind of attitude that I always had when it came to health and when it came to personal development. Like it was always a high, you know, a value point for me. However, I never knew about the business. So it was 5 years later, after going through a few other online business models, that I found myself really overwhelmed and really stressed out and, you know, wearing all these hats, being a coach, an educator, a mum, and I felt so overwhelmed and so stressed out. I can remember the moment, like I was bawling my eyes out. I still hadn't found the way out, and I had dedicated 5 years to the online space. And yeah, I was burnt out. I wanted a different way. And that's when I saw a post from a girlfriend that had, you know, something had shifted. I could tell that there was something really attractive in her energy. The way that she was showing up was very different. Her posts were very different. And it felt really intriguing. And she attracted me through that post to her to reach out. And through that, I discovered what we will love to share with you is like a masterclass like this, a discovery process, and an opportunity to explore what automation is. And she leveraged using what we're sharing with you today and a process called the discovery process, which allowed me to experience automation. Moving forward, I've now utilized this same process for thousands of people across the globe. And what that has allowed me to do is like reclaim my time, reclaim my freedom, reclaim my presence with my daughter, and also know that my humans that are coming into this space are fully empowered, educated, inspired, and getting to make that decision for themselves through that process, because it is a leadership process. It's allowing them to lead themselves to make a decision that's going to change their life. And so leveraging automated sales has been a game changer. It really is what really allows you to be in your life. And this is why we created these systems and this structure within our organization, because we want to give you back your time. If you can't enjoy your life, if you can't enjoy your wealth, and you can't enjoy, your community and your friends and your family, then you're going to not enjoy the whole process. So how this business work is really simple. You get on social media and you get to share your excitement for what you found. If you're very brand new, that would be where your company start, right? You get to share what you found. And through that, you create an attraction, because someone in that audience, in your audience, on leveraging social media, one of the fastest ways to be able to get your offer seen is someone's going to be attracted to that. When they come to you, then you invite them to a masterclass like this. You get to leverage our automated sales process that we have. Now, we also have a sales team. So this means you don't have to be a sales expert. This is one of my favorite parts as well. I can trust that my community, my team, my family, I call them, that come through, that are going in through this process, that are getting educated, are going to be looked after by a sales team to support them to get invested. If that's the decision that they choose to make, I know that in that call that they are going to be looked after to be able to get the finance, to be able to take the next steps, to know exactly what strategy they need to invest in and how to implement that. Imagine if you didn't have to do your own sales, how much more confident you would feel in being able to be in business. Because for many, many people, sales is one of the fears of getting into business. Like, I'm not a salesperson. Well, guess what? You don't have to be a salesperson. But what we do help you do is we help you actually learn the skill set of attraction marketing. And attraction marketing, at the end of the day, is you becoming more of who you are. It's learning how to really allow yourself to shine. As you start to invest as you invest in your products, start to ingest the products, you start to become more vibrant, you actually are just radiating more energy. You're going to be, you're going to be on a higher frequency, you're going to be vibing more, you're going to be hydrated, you're going to be, way more vibrant than usual. And that's when you start to learn how to create content. If you're going to use the social media game, we teach you how to use Instagram, Facebook, any of the social media platforms. We get to teach you how to use that to really just learn how to be you and share you. And as you start to put money in your account, you're going to want to spend it and on things that you want to do in the world. And as you start to do those things in the world, then again, you're leveraging attraction, because you're actually doing what it is that you're here to do. You get to take those snippets of what you're doing in the world and share that, and then it keeps the momentum going. So I'm so blessed that I did that very early on in my journey. I had a mission to help mums because I was a mum, and it was, really important to me to be, take my daughter on adventures, take her and see the world, create moments in real life and real time. And as a result, this ripple effect, it led to many, many mothers across the globe. We've got a whole community of unschooling mamas and traveling mamas and mamas building retreats and all sorts of beautiful things. So just know that when you choose you and then start to share, like, anything's possible. This space is just amazing. It's just been a game changer, and you're going to love it. I don't know if there's another slide. Is there? All right, cool. Awesome. And take a breath. So we do all the heavy lifting. I've kind of gone through all of this. The sales calls are done for you. Time flexibility. You get to work around your schedule. Being a solo mum with a daughter, I totally understand that we, want to make it work in the pockets of our time. Back when I first started, my daughter was a toddler. And so for me, it was, finding those windows where I could still be present with her, but then also focus on my business. And working with a lot of mums, this is one of the topics, is like, how do we work around it? So people can do this in the pockets of their time, like waking up an hour early, going to bed an hour later, 15 minutes on the toilet. Like, we have you know, the flexibility to be able to do this in the way that we choose is best for us and for our business. And then just let the systems work for you. Let what we have already tested and trialed for you, with this system has been going for 3 years now, and we have, you know, it's been tested and trialed and it works. Awesome. So the Freedom Era Academy is where we got all our education. This is where you can dive deep, upgrade your skill set. It is one of the highest paid skill sets. In 2023, they announced it as one of the highest paid skill sets to learn is affiliate marketing, attraction marketing, digital skills. And we literally have the systems to just go in, click launch your business and press play and learn exactly how to do it from A to Z. From building organic to ads, paid ads, it's all there for you. You can leverage one platform for all of the juiciness that you need to grow your business. All right. Sneak peek inside. Here we go. So as a TFE member, we can actually offer, this is usually $99 per month, but today, as a very, very special offer, we can actually offer you a half price get started. Did you guys want to take over this one? I'm a little...
Hey, lovely. Yeah, for sure. No worries at all. So $49 USD for your first month. If you'd like to check out the Freedom Era platform, which is truly phenomenal. Amazing.
Yeah, and what's really cool about, you know, getting this special offer for $49 for your very first month, it's 100% money back guarantee if you decide not to go ahead. And so for Daniel and I, it was a dead set no-brainer to go and do the discovery process, to kind of, you know, see if this was going to be a fit for us, see if it was something that we could do. And it was something that we wanted to do together. So we went and did the discovery process, and we were absolutely blown away by what was actually in the, you know, the TFE Academy. And when we did the discovery process, straight away we knew, holy moly, this is something that can set us up in our future forever. So I absolutely, you know, guarantee you, by going and do the discovery process, it will show you the ins and outs of exactly what we have with the products, the company, the community, and also the compensation plan and how you've been able to create some incredible wealth and freedom for yourself. So go and do that discovery process. So get back to the person that invited you to watch this information and go and do it. You've got 100% money back guarantee of the $49 USD if you decide not to go ahead.
Yeah, it's a powerful high-level coaching process that takes you from where you currently are to where you want to be. And this is where you get to do your due diligence on this incredible company, business, and opportunity. So we'd love to hear from, thank you so much for that powerful share, Alana. We'd love to hear from the beautiful Courtney. Courtney has come from a background, and now she really inspired to support women to live an incredible lifestyle by the age of 30. Courtney, could you please share from your heart, beautiful, what you'd love to share with us tonight? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Of course, I would love to share. Like, this is freaking incredible. This information for me, I'm not really a massive numbers girl. However, just being able to see what we have here available and how we can make impact is what I'm about. So I just want to start by sharing that last night we had 74 participants on. And I think tonight we've got 57, which is amazing. And just bringing the awareness that there's already some people that have forgotten about their vision or let go of that part of themselves for whatever reason it is, which I'm going to touch on my story tonight. And so I wanted to take a moment to celebrate you for being the one still standing, for showing up for you, for your vision, and also for future generations. I think that is really massive. So I just wanted to share that. And I also wanted to share what stood out for me. If you weren't on last night's masterclass, definitely go back. We've got the replay. What really stood out for me is that we're in the golden age of opportunity. Jordan touched on this, and all of the incredible speakers touched on this. And for me, that really hit, like, I'm in this industry, in this space, and that hit home for me. I was like, it's so true. So let that hit for you. We're in the golden age of opportunity right now. Now more than ever, society is craving an industry that supports health, that supports a financial freedom vehicle business model, and that also supports purpose. And so I want to touch on just why that is and why I feel like this is so important. So just picture, I'm gonna take us on a little bit of a journey. Just picture, have you ever felt like you're standing on the edge of a cliff? Picture yourself standing on the edge of a cliff right now, looking down into the unknown, terrified to jump because you don't know if you'll soar or if you'll fall. Pop a 1 in the comments if you're just like, there's ever been something in your life where you're like, I'm scared to jump. I don't know what's going to happen. I want to take this opportunity, but yeah, 1 on 1. Okay, amazing. We're in the right place. That was me. For so long, I stood on the edge of my own dreams. I was paralyzed by fear, by unworthiness and self-doubt. Pop a 2 in the comments if you've ever felt unworthy, you've felt self-doubt, you've been paralyzed by fear. Yep, okay, cool. I'm not the only one. That's good. I definitely felt like that when I started this business. And so there was a time where I felt completely stuck. I was working as a vet nurse for, I think, 5 years. I was giving my heart to the animals I cared for, and it was like I loved what I did. However, I felt drained and unfulfilled. I started my journey in also low ticket network marketing at that point because I was starting to seek and search for something else, which that opened the door for me, yes, but it still felt like something was missing. I would clock into my 9 to 5, then also run a traditional business that I ran with Kristen. So I've done all these things. I'm 27 years young and I've done the 9 to 5. I've done the low ticket. I've done the traditional business, and I was still hustling. All of this is like hustle, 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 and not getting anywhere where I wanted to be. I'm okay for hustle. Like, I love working. However, if I'm hustling for something that's not giving me back on a great return, let alone giving me back on something that's going to serve and fulfill my mission and vision, what am I doing? And that's not creating impact for a lot of people. And so I really felt like I was trapped in a glass box. I was watching the life I wanted to live happening all around me, but it's like I was unable to touch it. The spark was missing. I just felt really drained. And so every time I thought about breaking free, jumping into something new, jumping into something bigger, there was this voice in my head that whispered, "You're not ready. You're not worthy." Pop a 1 in the comments if you've ever felt or heard that whisper in your voice of like, you're not ready, you're not worthy. So I just want to pause here for a moment. And I want you to close down your eyes. And I want you to think and feel of a time when you felt the same way. When you felt the weight of your life felt heavy and the dreams that you once held seemed out of reach. Notice right now, how does that feel in your body? Where is that tightness? Is there tightness in your chest? A heaviness in your stomach? Do you feel sick? Is it in your shoulders? I want you to hold on to that feeling for just a second, because this is where your transformation begins. This is where the awareness begins. And so for me, the moment I found Enagic, everything changed. It wasn't just about breaking free from a 9 to 5 anymore. This was a proven system, as you've seen tonight, a vehicle for financial freedom that had automation already built into it. I realized wealthy people leverage others, leverage time, leverage money, and I was about to do the same. I wanted to be a smart businesswoman. I didn't want to play small anymore. So I wanted to learn what the wealthy people do, and this is what we're doing in this space. There are more millionaires, I think Jess touched on it, there are more millionaires that have been made in Enagic, so not even in the industry, but in Enagic compared to any other affiliate or network marketing industry. That's massive. And the moment I surrounded myself with those people who dream bigger than I have ever imagined possible, like this company has a 500-year vision. I thought, I was like, yeah, vision, purpose, this incredible, like, have this vision. And then when I jump into this company, I was like, okay, 500-year vision. Let's go. Let's up level that. So proximity is power. So if you can see why my flags are planted, like, I'm very passionate about this. I talk about this all the time, and drop a 1 in the comments if you can see why I've really planted my flags here. Every single leader you heard from last night, tonight have dropped their flag. It's like being handed a map when you're lost in the woods. You've been wandering around in circles, scared you'll never find your way out. And then suddenly someone places this map in your hands and says, you've had the power all along. Now let me guide you, because you have the power within. The proven system, like the system is here. And now this is an opportunity that I want to touch on that about you, a conversation that you're going to have with yourself moving forward of you choosing the life that you want to live and what is going to be fulfilling for that life. So that's what a Nagic became for me, a map out of the wilderness of doubt and fear. What made it even more powerful was the community, which is the culture of acceptance, belonging, and celebration. Being in Japan, there was 7,000 people in that room in Japan in a Nagic. And every single person, I was looking around in the stand, every single person was so unique. Every single person was just fully accepted for who they were. And it's just an incredible feeling I can't even describe. Every single person in this movement is cheered on by people who believe in them. So sometimes you may not feel right now that you really truly believe in yourself. You may be thinking, can I do this? However, there's going to be people like myself and everyone on here who are going to be cheering for you. So it's not something like you ever have to do this alone. I would never do business if I had to do it alone. No way. So there's this complete acceptance of uniqueness. And it's about no one has to change who they are to fit in. You just get to be your true self. And that was really important for me. So when I started my journey, I was terrified. I was so scared of falling and failing. I was scared of what people would think. And most of all, I was scared that I didn't have what it took because I set my standards high. And for me, I want to get everything in this lifetime done to I want to stick to my word, to my integrity. And so there's a part of me that's like, do I have what it takes to really go all in and make this work? But then I began to reframe those beliefs. I was like, what if the fear was a sign that I was on the verge of something great? What if the very thing I'm most scared of, which is failure, was actually the key to unlocking my success? So what if that's for you? So every time my mind would say, you're not good enough, I would ask myself, what if I already am? Every time that voice whispered, what if it doesn't work? I'd say, but what if it does? So I really would love to encourage and invite you to take that along with you. But what if? What if? And flipping that script in that moment, that's what really supported me. Now I'm standing here, definitely no longer the woman who was paralyzed on that edge of that cliff, but a woman who has soared to friggin' new heights. Those who know me, I'm a completely different woman to who I was 6 years ago. And here's the beautiful part. I'm not just doing this for myself. I'm doing this for the women who are watching me. Gets me quite emotional. I'm doing this for the women who are standing on the edge, wondering if they have what it takes to jump. That's what I'm doing it for, because this is not about me anymore. This is about other women, especially for me, doing what it takes, trusting themselves to go all in. So imagine yourself standing at the edge of your own cliff. But instead of looking down into fear, you're looking forward at the horizon of possibilities that await you. You're starting to switch that mindset and seeing that I'm right here beside you. We're all here beside you as a community, as a movement, encouraging you, letting you know you've got this, just like what people did for me. And so, like I said, I'm not just building an empire for myself anymore. I'm building a movement, and I'm dead serious about this. Like, I'm here for big change, and all these incredible leaders are as well. And I'm here to help build a space for women to realize their worth, their power, and their ability to create wealth, freedom, legacy before motherhood, before the age of 30. I'm going to be at legacy before the age of 30. And that's what I stand for. So now I just want to quickly drop in, like, imagine your life from 1 year from now. Imagine you've taken that leap, you've trusted in the process, and you're building a life that feels aligned with your soul's purpose. Soul's purpose is really big. What's the point of living this life if we're not really truly fulfilling our soul's purpose? What we're here to do? Like, what are we here for then? You're surrounded by leaders, you're surrounded by mentors, you're surrounded by people who actually really believe in you. And you wake up every day excited, empowered. And I know Kristen touched on this yesterday. She didn't feel like she was waking up with excitement or empowerment. But imagine if you just woke up every day feeling empowered and free, that you're no longer stuck because you're living the life you've always dreamt of. That's the future that's awaiting for you. All it takes is one step. The step that I took when I was standing on that edge, the step that changed everything for me. So my question is to you, are you finally ready to soar with us? Drop a 1 in the comments if you're ready. You're ready to soar from this moment forward. You're not taking any more bull S and you won't accept anything less. A new mantra that I encourage you to take with you. Yes, yes, who's that? Sarah, yes, I love the energy. What's the best that can happen? What is the best thing that can happen? And focusing in on what you do want. So I'm so excited to be celebrating you on the other side. You taking that next step. What happens from here is the most important piece. And it's not about you. It's not, I mean, it is about you, and it's also greater than you. It's greater than me. It's greater than any of us could even comprehend. So I'm so, so excited. Thank you so much. I'm going to give it back to you, Dan and Danny.
Biggest thank you, Courtney. That was so powerful. Such an incredible share there. Thank you so much. And we're so proud of you. We're like proud parents over here. We're like, very good thing. So, so good. So guys, how good has tonight been? And thank you so much, Alana, for your powerful share as well, and Jess as well, and for Jordan yesterday, and Kristen as well. Like, this has been phenomenal, guys. And we just want to share that timing is everything. More and more people are becoming aware of the importance of hydrogen-rich electrolyzers, reduced water, and how this is superior than, you know, ordinary tap water for your human body. You know, we know the body is made up of 70% water, so it makes sense to fuel it with the best stuff. And like Jess shared, people are being affected by EMF and Wi-Fi and radiation, which is where the M-Guard comes in and solves that problem. Nagic have a mineral-rich iron bath water that solves a major need around showering and chlorine, and that's the Inespa. And Nagic have the organic turmeric products, which are incredible and so good for your health. And this company seriously has it so dialed in. Not only are they incredibly generous, they have amazing products as well. And this online community, it's so truly special to be part of this. So just know, guys, like I shared before, water is not going to go out of fashion. It's going to become more and more popular because of what's happening in the world. It's just the way it is. And this is a rock solid company. It's a 50-year-old company, 50 years old, with a 500-year plan. Like, that's phenomenal. And I, for myself, I'm so grateful that we came across this opportunity, as it truly has changed our lives in so many ways.
So what we're going to actually offer you guys, the people that actually get started within the Nagic and partner with us and link arms and lock arms, we're going to actually put a mentorship together for you to be able to help launch your business, be able to help you get your return on investment, and also be able to scale to 6A and above. And you heard from Jordan day one, and Jordan decided that he wanted to lock arms with me, change his health, freedom, and family forever. And I was able to take Jordan to 6A in only 4 months. I can actually see another gentleman on this call tonight, Baze Nelson. He's also just hit 6A within the business. His health has absolutely just skyrocketed through the roof. And Baze has also hit 6A, and he's done it in 6 months. And so, guys, if you want to link arms with us, and if you want to, you know, participate in our incredible mentorship, Danny and I are going to share exactly what we've been able to do to be able to create an incredible business online, an amazing community, and be able to help so many other people. And we're going to offer this to the people that get started. So please get back to the person that invited you to see this information, and we'll send you the details.
And co-facilitated with the incredible Alana G, Jess, Courtney, Kristen as well. So you've got a full powerhouse here supporting you to enhance your health, wealth, and your purpose, guys. So this is truly phenomenal here. We'll be literally holding your hand for your first month getting started in business. So this is for anyone who gets started and gets their paperwork in by the Sunday, the 29th of September. We kick off on Monday, the 30th of October. All right, so super exciting. You've got a bit over 2 weeks. So reach out to the person who invited you into this call for the last couple of days. Reach out to that person who invited you here, and let's go.
Let's go, team. Super excited. Let's all make the rest of our life the best of our life, and super excited to see the newest people get started within our incredible team and community. Game on, legends. Let's go.
See you soon.
Let's go.
Woo.
Good night.
Let's go.
Good night.
Bye.